No one wants to think about a possible disaster happening. You know it can happen. When it does, you can either wish you had prepared for it or be prepared for it. You purchase homeowner's insurance in case something happens to your home, and you purchase automobile insurance to cover you in case you are in an accident. It simply makes good sense to have a few things in place in case a natural disaster happens. The first thing you need is a plan. This will help you avoid stocking the wrong things or not stocking up well enough. Your first essential need will be clean water. This can be also the bulkiest item to store away. However, you can buy water in rectangular containers that can be staked. You should have enough water stocked for each person to have half a gallon per day. You should plan for at least 3 days' worth per person in case something major strikes and you are unable to get out. Before you start stocking up, you need to determine where you are going to store your supplies and how much space you have available. If you have a basement, this is generally the best place to stockpile your supplies. Plus, you can also use it as a living space if the need arises. The second best storage area is in a garage or a storage shed. If you don't have either of those, you can make room in a closet for storing your emergency supplies. A closet is the best option for people who live in apartments. One last idea is if you have two bathrooms but don't use the tub or shower in one of them, this can be a storage area too. Simply hide it behind the shower curtain. Plastic totes are the best item you can store your supplies in. Make sure you put the supplies in airtight bags before putting them into the containers. This will help ensure they are protected from moisture, insects, and the environment. Determine how many supplies you can get into one tote and then decide how many totes you can store. Since these are stackable, it will help to reduce the space it will take up. You may want to have 1 day's supplies in each tote if you have several people in your family, or 2 days per tote if there are only 1 or 2 people you are stocking up for. You can also organize and stock your totes by categories: food, supplies, blankets, clothing, etc. Your basic supplies will include things like paper towels, toilet paper, plastic utensils, a can opener, and batteries. Your food supply bin can include canned goods, canned meats, crackers, etc. Be sure to label your totes accordingly if you use that method. That will help you avoid having to dig through all of them to find the items you need. Once you have determined how much space you have and where you will store your supplies, the next steps are to start purchasing totes if you don't currently have some, and start stocking water so you know how much space you will have left over. After that, it's just a matter of making a list of essential items you will need to leave off during a power outage or disaster. You will definitely want food items that do not have to be heated and possibly items that can be eaten out of a can. Once you have your list, figure it into your budget and start stocking up a few items each week. An extra can or two of soup and a jug of water once a week can get you stocked up and be easy on your budget. Planning ahead of for life major events often comes easy to us, but planning for a natural disaster or emergency survival is not something we keep in the forefront of our minds. We are so used to convenience and everything being within our reach, so to speak, that we forget things can happen that change and interrupt our lives.